Every week, someone publishes a new headline about AI in real estate. AI is going to destroy homeownership. AI is going to save homeownership. AI is taking your job. It's your new best employee. And, somewhere in the middle of all that noise, there's just people trying to buy and sell real estate. And you're trying to figure out if you're still going to have a career. So today, we're going to do something different. We've read your comments and we've read the headlines that got the most clicks. And we're going to call out those headlines and we're going to talk about the ones that don't hold up. But there's a lot of them. So here's just a few of the loudest takes. Let's start with the Mount Rushmore of lame AI opinions. AI won't take your job, but agents who use AI will. I'm going to share an embarrassing secret with you. But first, let me state the obvious. Should you use AI to improve your life and your business? Yes. Like, hello, job security. Of course you should. But if you don't, are you automatically going out of business? No. How do I know that? Well, because for the last decade, I've been the #1 selling Keller Williams agent in Indiana. But notice what I didn't say. I didn't say I was the #1 agent in Indiana. That's because every year for the last decade, I've been outsold by 2 agents nearly twice my age. Tragic, I know. I look 25 and I am. But here's the point. The top agents in my market, they're not winning because they have the latest technology, the best AI prompts, or even the best dance moves on social media. They're winning because they spent decades building trust, they stayed in touch with their database, they built relationships, and they earned referrals. And they work like they're half of my age. And yes, AI can make a good business better, but AI is not a substitute for your good business. AI is a tool. Trust is the asset. One of them makes your business more efficient. The other is your business. AI will make homeownership inaccessible. Research from Redfin recently showed that 3 in 5 Americans think AI will eliminate jobs, making it harder to afford homes. The article then goes on to say that not only do Americans have to contend with rising home costs, they now have to fear the loss of jobs due to AI. The article then goes on to say that not only do Americans have to contend with rising home costs, but they also have to fear losing their jobs due to AI. And that moves the goalposts even further from achieving the American dream. So let me get this straight. AI destroys jobs, incomes fall, and yet somehow home prices still go up. Now, that's some Olympic level mental gymnastics. We don't have an AI problem, we've got a basic reasoning problem. Because usually when demand gets punched in the face, prices do too. If you're genuinely scared that AI is going to take your job, that's a real conversation. But the article literally ends with, AI will help boost the US economy so that more people can afford homes. In the same breath, which one is it? Is AI the villain or the savior? Pick a lane. Will it create jobs or will it destroy jobs? And so I dug further into the research to see what did the survey results actually say. And what I found, I think, tells you everything. The #1 sacrifice that people are making to make housing more affordable is they're eating out less and taking fewer vacations. In fact, twice as many people said that they're skipping Chili's instead of picking up extra shifts or getting a higher paying job. Twice as many people are cutting ribeyes from their schedule instead of clocking overtime. And so maybe the real story isn't AI. Maybe it's that people want a house and a lifestyle. If they can't have both, blame the robots, which, fair. I get it. But eating at home ain't so bad. Besides, just ask AI for a new recipe. I use AI to run comps and to price homes. That's interesting. That sounds eerily familiar. It sounds like something the industry's been saying didn't work for like the past 2 decades, that it wasn't very accurate and sellers should never trust it. The thing that made your job harder and you clench every time your client mentioned the word. What was that called again? The Zestimate. That's right. Which one is it? Do you believe that AI can tell you what your home is worth or not? Because I'm pretty sure the industry said the estimate, an AI tool by the way, was about as accurate as a drunk game of pin the tail on the donkey. And so today we're using AI to run comps and price houses. And yet for the last 20 years, we've been saying it was a waste of time and made everything in your life more difficult. But here's the thing, AI is actually getting better at pricing. But it's still not a replacement for a great local professional. Why? Because what you know is that pricing a home, it's not purely a math equation. It's 1 part math and 1 part psychology. And the best real estate agents, they're able to do both. AI photo editing is lying. This one's nothing new. AI image editing hasn't created new problems. I'd say that AI image editors have just democratized access to a tool that has always been able to create problems. Let me explain. Before AI image editors allowed you to edit photos, you needed something that required some level of technical skills and some level of steep cost, something like Photoshop. And yet today, AI has given each one of us access to a modern Photoshop that doesn't require high cost or high technical skills. But what we don't need more of are laws and regulations for real estate photos. And that's because real estate laws and regulations around photos have existed long before AI. You see, in the US, truth in advertising laws have applied to real estate marketing for a long time. The FTC is pretty clear. Ads in the US, they have to be truthful and they can't be misleading. And when they are, they require disclosures to be clear and conspicuous in order to keep you from deceiving people. For real estate, that's always meant photos. It's meant AI edits, virtual staging, video, listing copy, your social media, all of it's been included for much longer than AI. And so if an image gives a buyer false impressions about condition, size, finishes, features, boundaries, you might have a problem. In AR's code of ethic, it's long said that agents have to present a true picture, and that includes images and internet content. And your MLS might be even more strict, specific, or prohibitive. So no, AI photo enhancement isn't the issue. Misleading buyers is. If edits change the reality in a material way by hiding like a defect or creating a feature that doesn't exist, misrepresentation is at risk and always has been. So the good working rule is enhance the photo, not the property. 80% of agents will go out of business in 2 years because 60% of real estate agents didn't close a single transaction last year, and that was before great AI tools. Just imagine what it will be like in 3 to 5 years. This is why AI will eliminate the need for unproductive agents. Bro, I don't know what real estate agent hurt you, but I'm sorry. So let me get this right. The 20% of the agents who aren't going out of business, we're going to service the 9 million closings that happen each year? Cool. We don't need to sleep. AI will replace your operations staff. This is the kind of statement that people make when they confuse tasks with actual value. It's a lot like the doorman fallacy. It's the idea that a doorman only opens doors. If a hotel doorman just opens doors, then surely they can be easily replaced by an automatic door opener. But as you know, there's a difference between a hotel with a doorman and a hotel with an automatic door. The hotel with the doorman, it's luxurious, it's cleaner, it's a whole experience. And that's because the doorman does more than just open doors. They act as a security deterrent. They remember your name, they create a sense of importance and a sense of luxury, something that a machine can't replicate. The doorman in the fancy uniform contributes to the high-end atmosphere of the hotel. It's part of what you're paying for. And a great operations team does the same. They don't just push paperwork. They catch mistakes, they manage emotion, they add accountability. They keep deals moving when people get messy. And yes, you should absolutely automate the repeatable parts like the updates, the reminders, the paperwork, but don't confuse efficiency with effectiveness. An automated seller update seems efficient, but your weekly call builds trust and keeps clients calm and highly effective. Those two things are not the same. What we see is that, when The Millionaire Real Estate Agent was published 25 years ago, the benchmark was one operations person for every 36 closings. Technology today, it's pushed that ratio much higher. What we see is that for teams with more than 150 closings, they often have one operations person for every 70 closings. But higher is not infinite. So AI can help a team need fewer people than it did before, but once your business has scale, it gains complexity. And that means people with real emotions. Replacing humans entirely is usually how you save money, right before you start losing money and losing sleep. So automate the checklist, but don't automate away the adult in the room. Florida man lets ChatGPT sell his home. It closed in 5 days and it beat out all agent estimates by $100,000. Let me just start by saying that I contacted Robert and I invited him on to talk about his experience, and thus far he's declined, but I'll keep trying. According to Fortune, while praising AI as a helpful tool, Florida man Robert Levine said he still worked with a lawyer and that AI doesn't replace professionals in every situation. He said that AI helped him schedule open houses and showings around his busy schedule. And that's because when he met with real estate agents, they lacked confidence in pricing, but ChatGPT gave him the confidence in the price point of where it thought the market was going. And so he said he'd recommend it to everyone. ChatGPT is just a conversation. And if you're going to have a conversation with a real estate agent, you might as well go ahead and have the conversation with AI. And that's the part I actually wholly agree with Robert on. If you're going to hire a professional, have a conversation with AI too. AI doesn't replace most professionals. It just allows all of us to have the ability to be curious and feel confident in the decisions that we're making. I mean, I have conversations with ChatGPT about estate planning all the time, but I'm not willing to go out and fire my estate attorney, because if the Lord takes me tomorrow, I'll regret relying on OpenAI for my family's future. AI home search will change home buying. Consumers want conversational search, not sliders and forms to fill out. AI home search unlocks market insights by giving instant answers to your questions, such as nearby school ratings, distance to points of interest, tax history, and more. AI search will change how people Zillow and chill. It'll change how you scroll homes from the couch, but it won't change how buyers decide. That's because decades of data shows us this very clearly. Technology doesn't change a buyer's timeline. Home buyers today spend about 10 weeks searching, just like they did in 1996 when homes were for sale in newspapers. You see, some timelines, they're immune to innovation. Like, let's look at dating, for instance. From your phone, you can swipe through hundreds of singles today. Well, you can, not me. Yet couples, they still date for 30 months before they get engaged, the same way they did in 1996. More options, more scrolling, same exact timeline. In home buying, it's no different. It's driven by life events. It's shaped by supply and demand, and it moves at the pace of regret avoidance. AI home search won't change that. Is conversational search better than what we've been doing? Probably. Will it create more buyers? No. We made a separate video about why the major search portals are investing heavily into AI home search and how they think it will disrupt how consumers search for homes. Subscribe so that you can get notified when that video drops.